This is Erik Olsen, senior video journalist for the New York Times. I've been producing video stories for the Times for the last 10 years. I was one of the original members of the video team that's now grown to several dozen video producers, editors, and other staff. My job's taken me all over the world and given me front row seat to some of the biggest stories of the decade. These include moments of terrible tragedy, like covering the aftermath of the earthquake in Haiti, or being in Kiev, Ukraine on a deadly day, or reporting in the days and weeks after Hurricane Sandy.
That's my house right there. This house was beautiful. It's a brand new roof I put on myself. This house was built by me.
There have also been moments of immense fun, like interviewing kite surfers on Martha's Vineyard, visiting offshore wind parks in Germany.
What are you guys gonna do? We want to repair the crane now.
And filming dolphins for a story about dolphin communication in the Bahamas. Yeah, that was pretty cool. There's one thing I like to tell people about video journalism, and it may be obvious, but to do it right, you have to be there. That's both the best thing about it, because you get to experience incredible moments, but it's also the worst thing about it, because if you're not there, then you miss the shot. And in this business, you can rarely go back and get it. It's a lot of pressure, but I think it's one of the best jobs in journalism.
It's about between 24 to 26.5.
For the last 2 years, I've been covering events in Europe. I was on the island of Lesbos in Greece when the refugee crisis started to explode, as people came to the island from Turkey, beginning their long journey into Europe.
I'm from Syria.
And tell me, what are you doing right now?
I want to go to Europe, Germany, Holland, any country.
In Kiev, I was also one of the first people to film inside of fallen Ukrainian leader Viktor Yanukovych's opulent personal estate shortly after he fled.
Holy cow.
Later, in eastern Ukraine with my colleague Joseph Roth, I visited a bombed-out coking plant and talked to people in some of the places ravaged by the combat between pro-Russian separatists and the Ukrainian army.
10 попаданий в сам дом и 12 по периметру.
А, вокруг, да?
Да. Ну вот же ж вы стояли, вот тут ураган упал.
One of the most challenging things about being a video journalist, other than dealing with people who don't want to be filmed, is the immense amount of equipment I have to carry. I have a camera, tripod, microphones, sometimes a light kit, and pounds of other stuff that I often have to lug around with me in a backpack, sometimes for miles. I envy my reporter colleagues who have far less to carry. But having a camera means you can tell a story in a way that deeply affects the senses.
How deep are we?
6-7 meters.
And bring to life the stories of people who otherwise wouldn't have a voice. And because I'm usually alone, there's also an intimacy, one-on-one, that large network crews often lack. The fact is, being a solo video journalist sounds like one job, but it's actually many.
So, okay, look at me.
I talk to the lens.
Look to me.
Oh, look to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a reporter, cameraman, soundman, narrator, writer, and an editor. Even though I prepare as best I can going into a story, when I'm in the field, I'm always worried that I haven't asked an important question, gotten a key shot, or that something is happening in a place where I'm not. Back in the editing room, which is often a hotel room, I bring it all together and try my best to assemble everything into a coherent narrative. If I do my best, and if I'm lucky, the result is a visual story that both informs and entertains. It's a living, moving document of a moment in time.